What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We in the building today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's rocking with your boy already. You understand? We in here. Yeah. We got some challengers, you know what I'm saying? Some people challenging us to a duel. The Detroit stinking Lions, you understand? But, you know what I'm saying? We finna beat the crap out of these young mans, you know what I'm saying? We got young Ryan Dakota back. We doing a background check on the Detroit Lions, you understand? We finna see what they got going on, you know? But, you know, I do not want y'all to, you know what I'm saying, be scared. Don't be scared. I know their defense is terrible. You understand? Their defense is terrible. It is horrible. But their offense is pretty good. And they do give us some, you know what I'm saying, some concerns, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Jameson Taylor in the building. Shout out to Derek Fisher, Mr. Buzzer Beater himself. Shout out to TA Cowboys in the building. Shout out to Dana Jet. Shout out to Mr. Swain, the bad influence himself. Do not take any advice, you know what I'm saying? Swain's opinions and views do not necessarily, you gotta have a disclaimer with Swain, you understand? Shout out to Cowboys Fun Chopper. Shout out to everybody in the building. Please like and share the content. We in here. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today, this evening? We in the building. Hey, we in here, man. Now, let's discuss the Dallas Cowboys, the mighty Cowboys, going up against the Detroit Lions, and we got our quarterback back. Let's give a round of applause for young Ryan Dakota. Let's give him a round of applause, y'all. Now, it's been a long time coming now. This offense has been struggling without young Ryan Dakota. Now, make no mistake about it. We've been getting by, but we do need four back on the center. Don't let nobody tell you no different. Cooper Rush did a great job, but it's time to move on. We took an L last week, you know what I'm saying? We took an L, but now it's time to move on. We on to new things. Shout out to Cooper Rush for doing his great job, but now we got four back. It's time to go. Let's go. So let's do this. Now, first thing I do want to talk about is how we will perform with Dak back on the center and getting back acclimated with some of these new players and these new people we got. And man, you see how quickly Dalton Schultz look like he ready to play again. You know what I'm saying? Dalton Schultz said, hey, I'm healthy. He ready to go. He said, sir, I'm good. He like, hey, I'm good. I'm all the way straight now. So, yeah. It is going to be interesting to see how Kellen Moore wants to run this offense. We do understand that Kellen Moore is kind of manic. You understand? He is kind of crazy. So, he might come out here and air this ball out. I don't want him to. I'm pretty sure most people in the chat box don't want him to either. But, you know, that is a threat when it comes to Mr. Kellen Moore. He likes to throw the ball around the park. Even though he has a quarterback with a healing broken thumb or whatever, he still might come out here and be crazy and throw the ball all over the court. That might be something that we have to worry about with Mr. Kellen Moore. Unfortunately, I call him. He got his own reality show over here in the trap house, you know. He got his own reality show. I call it Keeping It Cute with Kellen Moore. You understand? But yeah, man, he might try to come out here and keep it cute, man. And one thing I do want to say is, like, this going to tell you a lot about your OC, how he comes to attack this team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this Detroit defense is just horrific. And you know you got a healing quarterback, so you should want to keep him, you know what I'm saying? You want to manage how much you throw the ball this first game back. I'm sorry. Like, I know if he's healthy, you want to just let him go, but at the same time, you shouldn't have to throw the ball so much. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to. This defense is atrocious. This defense is horrific. This defense is Dallas Cowboys 2020. This defense is terrible, y'all. Like, this defense is horrible. So we shouldn't have to do anything. We should do what we want against these guys. And we should want to run the ball. We should want to reserve Dak as much as we can, give him an extra week. You know what I'm saying? We can play him and give him time to heal at the same time. That's a win-win for everybody. Give it up for him. That's a win-win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a way that's an L for nobody when you can manage your quarterback, you can run the ball, you can help your offensive line out, you can make the game shorter, and you can get a win just handing the ball off to Zeke and Tony. That'll be a great way to do it. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a great way to kill two birds with one stone. You know what I'm saying? Let Dak hand that ball off, feed Zeke belly. You know he want to eat, feed Zeke belly, and then let him heal to a certain degree at the same time, man. So I feel like that's the best game plan we can come into this game with. Now, I know it's going to be tempting, y'all. So just watch out for it. It's going to be tempting because this defense is horrific. So if Dak want to try some things, he might do it this game. Like, if he want to try to test his arm and see how good he can throw it, like, hey, this game is it right here. Like, these boys is like exhibition style. Like, these boys' defense is like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, from what I've been seeing, man, it is terrible. This defense is like, you know, when you play your little boy just to play him on Madden, like, when you have to, like, slow down so you won't just blow him out so y'all can keep playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is one of them, like, all Madden versus, you know what I'm saying, all pro, like, very, very rookie style. It's terrible. So Dak might get the urge to test it out and try some things against this team. So don't be mad if he do it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But hopefully he don't get carried away. Hopefully Kellen don't get too crazy. And you know what I'm saying? Just line him up on the center and throw the ball 55 times. Hopefully he don't do that. So, and most of the throws I want to see Dak make is, you know what I'm saying, play action, off move in the pocket, roll in the pocket and stuff like that, man. I want to see Dak on the move. I want to get him back into his groove, get him back into a zone, you know what I'm saying? So when the big fight come, he be ready, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jose Ultra Cowboy Christian. Shout out to Tavis Banks. Shout out to Matt. How y'all doing this morning? We in the building. Shout out to Choctaw, Montana. You understand? Shout out to everybody, man. But I can't wait to see Dak Prescott back with Dalton Schultz and these young tight ends. Like, I ain't even tripping off Dalton Schultz, to be honest. Like, I don't want to be mad, you know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of ready for to see Dak with these young tight ends. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see Dak with these young boys. I want to see Dak throwing the ball to Hendershot down the seam. Know what I'm saying? What's happening, Jay Worthen? How y'all doing, man? But yo, man, I want to see Dak attack the seam with Hendershot. Like, you know, Hendershot, my guy. I want to see Dak attack that seam with Hendershot and, man, Jake Ferguson too, man. Jake Ferguson was balling last game, man. I just love this young tight end room. I'm telling you, message to Dalton Schultz. Like, hey, let me holler at you, my boy. Mr. Dalton Schultz. Let me holler at you, my boy. This is a message from Cowboy Nation, you understand? If there is any way possible, any way, humanly possible, for you to heal very quickly and become 100%, you need to be doing so, sir. You need to heal like Wolverine, sir. Because these young tight ends are no joke. We gonna call you in the office. We don't need your services any longer, sir. I'm sorry. These boys ain't no joke. But yeah, shout out to True Vibes, man. Hey, Schultz trying to heal up like Wolverine, boy. I'm telling you, man. Did you see Jake Ferguson last game, man? Schultz see them tight ends coming in the room like this. Good grief. When them tight ends walk in the locker room, Schultz know. Like, you know, we men, we kind of know when somebody got your number, when somebody's just as good as you like, yeah, I'm going to have to tighten up. I'm going to have to perform. This dude ain't no joke. Like, Schultz see this boy over here, man. He see Jake Ferguson. He see him shot. Like, I don't want it to be a all-out war between those two, but, man, it's gonna be interesting to see how this season play out, because automatically, we 6 games in, Schultz is gonna have a down year. And I don't know if it's by design or what, but he finna have an automatically down year because of, you know what I'm saying, him missing games, Dak missing games. It's gonna be basically automatically a down year for Schultz. So that's gonna come into play big time in the negotiating room when Jerry talking about contracts. They gonna bring that up a lot. So, hey, Schultz, I don't know what to tell you, my boy. Like, you might be on the move, man, because we like these young tight ends. They athletic. Did you see that boy Ferguson? That boy Ferguson did a Euro move, man. He did a Westbrook to the touchdown. I ain't never seen nobody. I don't even know if I seen that before. Did you see Ferguson, man? He put the ball over the dude's head. Like, I don't even think you supposed to do that. But he took the man momentum out. Like, he used his momentum against him and put the ball over his head. Like a real life basketball move. That boy Ferguson is nice. And then to the touchdown. That was off the chain. So, man, like I said, Schultz better heal like Wolverine. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's move on. Like, I don't want to do shows like that. I like shows, but these young boys ain't no joke. But man, we back facing Mr. Jared Goff. Do y'all get one of these when y'all hear Jared Goff name? Is that how y'all feel when y'all hear Jared Goff? Cause not me. I don't know. He's not good grief worthy. If Jared Goff good grief worthy? Let me know in the chat. Is Jared Goff good grief worthy? That's a little terminology we're gonna use today. Is he good grief worthy like this? I don't think so, sir. But to be fair, he has been playing well. He's undefeated against us, says Travis Banks. Is it Jared Goff undefeated against us, or is it the LA Rams, sir? You know how my logic work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how my logic work. It ain't the quarterback. It's the whole team. I'm sure he helped, but you know, to me, wins and losses shouldn't be on the quarterback. Let me interact with the chat a little bit before I get too far away. Let me see. Jose Ultra Cowboy Christian. He says, and I quote, "Do not waste $11 million. It's a bargain." He said, "Did not waste $11 million. It's a bargain. He would have gotten more. People don't understand that Dak loves Schultz. He does. So that's another element to it that people don't understand. Like, if Dak liked the guy, you might just want to keep him. You might have to bite the bullet, but how big of a bullet you gonna have to bite? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Schultz wants $20 million, like, hey, Dak, you're gonna have to learn to love again, sir. Hey, that dream is over. That dream is over, Dak. I mean, I'm sorry. How much are we gonna conform to him if Schultz want us to back in the Brink truck? Like, how much love is you gonna show Dak? Like, I'm sorry. Like, hey, you're gonna have to learn to love again, my boy. Like, it is what it is. Like, I do not think Schultz is worth no big time money. But like, if we can get him for like 11, 12, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, he already on the franchise tag for something like that. So you know when he come off, he gonna want more. So be prepared. I don't think he's worth it. I like him though. Like, it's crazy. I still like Schultz, but when you pay him that type of money, you putting him in the category of Kittle and, you know what I'm saying, Kelsey, and that's not him, in my opinion. I'm just sorry. He's not a Kelsey or a Kittle. He's not like that. He's probably that tier under that. You know what I'm saying? So, unless you want Schultz, unless you want your Cowboys to continue to overpay their homegrown players just because of their loyalty and not because of their skill set, then, you know what I'm saying, that's what you'll do. Ultra Cowboy Christian says, and I quote, "Schultz is leaving in the offseason. We will get a 4th round comp pick." Yeah, that's the way we do business now. And that would be excellent. You know, we do good in the draft, bro. We know how to use our picks. That 4th round draft pick might be something special over here in Dallas. You know, we get down with the get down when it comes to draft. You know what I'm saying? we make the most out of our draft picks. It's rare that Will McClay, you know what I'm saying, draft bad, you know what I'm saying. But let me see. Matt says to think we could have tagged Gregory. Gregory still been injured. I mean, then you getting more from Dorrance Armstrong. I don't think all sacks are made equally though, just being honest, but you still getting more from Dorrance Armstrong. But yeah, man, we was talking about, let's get back to talking about Jared Goff, and Jared Goff is playing decent, man. You know, he's always been an okay quarterback. He's never been nothing sensational. He's never been one of those ones, but he got 11 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. That's pretty fair out of 6 games. That's decent. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this offense don't look bad at all. And like, they got shut out last week, but I believe DeAndre Swift wasn't playing. And to think, they still ain't played Jameson Williams out of Alabama. He still ain't played yet. And he been hurt. And that offense has been explosive. So when you put Jameson Williams back on top of that offense is going to be legit. I'm telling you now. It's going to be legit. Because they got 2 nice running backs. And if you put Jameson Williams back into that offense and what they got now, Amon-Ra St. Brown has been playing ball, y'all. Like, I know his stats might not say it like that, but I'm telling you, if you watch the tape, that boy been making a lot of plays, and Jared Goff absolutely loves him. He kind of put you in the mind of Wes Welker or somebody. Like, I know he bigger, but I think he like 6 feet, running like, I think he run like a 4.4, 4.48 or something like that. But if you put him, you kind of put him back into the mode of a Wes Welker. He's a quick, twitchy wide receiver. Like, he's going to tie up the slot. So, that's going to be something that's concerning when it comes to that slot matchup. Like, in the way that Jordan Lewis played last week, I'm sorry, man. Here we go again. The way that Jordan Lewis played football last week for the Dallas Cowboys was distasteful. It was uncivilized. It was very unsettling. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And he didn't show us maximum effort what we needed. Now, we going up against Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know he's not this big headline billboard type guy, but he is capable, Mr. Jordan Lewis. We're going to need a better effort from you. We're going to need you to lock this man up. If not, you know what I'm saying? Stop the show. Bring in my boy, Deron Bland. You understand? Bring in Deron Bland. That's what I like. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't get with the program. You understand? Bring in my boy, Deron Bland. Anything but Bland. Because I'm sick of the way I seen J. Lou playing, man, with very little effort. I didn't appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't. So, when you got a threat like Amon-Ra St. Brown under there, man, that boy can play. And Jared Goff gonna spam the ball to him. Jared Goff will throw that ball to him every play if he keep getting open. That's how much he target Amon-Ra St. Brown when I look at the tape. Like, he throws the ball to him a lot. And he utilizes him in the middle of the field a lot. So if our slot corner is struggling, bro, that might be a long day. And like, one of the worst things about this game is if this defense allow this offense to get off, bro, this might be a long game. You know what I'm saying? We don't want Dak to have to come right back into a shootout. Like, if this defense can't stop this run, it will be a shootout. Believe it or not, it will be a shootout. Like, and that's not what we want. We don't want nothing like that. We want an easy win at home, return a Dak, everybody be happy, and then, you know what I'm saying, we regroup after this win. But we do not want to go into a shootout against these boys. I do not. And they are capable on the offensive side. So, when you look at DeAndre Swift, he's a nice running back coming out of Georgia, man. That boy can play. And you know we've been struggling against the explosive runs, and that's not, we don't want to come playing with them boys. Like, this is a game that you do not want to be slipping on your tackling techniques. You're going to have to come all the way with it. Know what I'm saying? Derek Fisher, I think they got him in the headlines and stuff. Ain't he balling out for real? The Tariq Woodland guy. You was talking about your cousin. Yeah, I been seeing him on some headlines. Like they saying he got like consecutive. Then Michael just shot him out the other day. I think Michael Parsons shot him out on Twitter the other day. Yeah, he been doing some real ball then. You got other players shouting him out. So hey, like we said there, hey, go on send him that text message. Say, hey, that silver and blue look much better than what you got on, my boy. Like, go on send him over here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go on send him that text. That big, hey, big head text, guys. You know what I'm saying? Send him that hey, big head text. Hey, go on, come on over here, my boy. Because, man, you put him in the slot. But I like the run, though. I like the run blend. And, like, if you see the way Jordan Lewis was playing, why the run blend ain't getting no tick? Know what I'm saying? Why Deron Bland ain't getting no tick if you seen how Jordan Lewis is playing? Excuse. Like, I wasn't a fan of what I seen from Jordan Lewis. I'm just telling you straight up. And like I know it's one game. He usually be decent. He don't never just blow you out the water. He usually at least be solid, but he struggled last game. Said Tariq was your sleeper files. I don't know what you're talking about, Tavis. Shout out to Sugar Daddy Williams. How you doing, sir? We in the building. Let me see. Yeah, he missed that Michael play. Who you talking about? Oh, you talking about Jordan Lewis, Tavis Banks? I believe so. Cause Jordan Lewis he made a lot of mistakes last game. On that AJ Brown motion when he came around and caught that little pass for the touchdown, that was Jordan Lewis. And like he got that raw number 2 when he out here playing like this. Like, Jordan Lewis, you look too good out there in that number 2 to be out here sleeping, man. To be out here lacking like that. To be getting caught lacking, sir, you gotta step up. Number 2 looks too clean, bro. You gotta come with it. But yeah, man, that Amon-Ra St. Brown can cause some problems with us for sure in that slot. And then you mix in DeAndre Swift with this run game. Matter of fact, I believe I can show y'all. Let me see. I got a little Detroit film. Y'all let me know if y'all see this. Check them out. This just the drive against the Eagles, man. Look at how Swift run the ball. Know what I'm saying? Nah, I believe that's Jamal Williams. Now, he can play too, man. They got 2 nice backs. Know what I'm saying? They got 2 nice backs. And the offensive line can run block pretty well. They can't do nothing else. They can't pass block worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Swain. They can't pass block worth nothing. But they run block pretty well. Know what I'm saying? They ran the ball straight down Philly throat. Like hardcore football. They just ran the ball straight down Philly throat. And you know that's not what we want. And I know a lot of people kind of got upset with me with my last video, man. But I'm telling y'all right now, against a running team, a team that's capable of running like this, I hope Dan Quinn do not line up with this big nickel package, man. I do not want to see the big nickel. I do not want to see the big nickel package because the big nickel package is too small, man. It's great in coverage, but them boys don't have enough. You know what I'm saying? They're not bulky enough. They a little too small in the britches to be running against these boys, man. Because think about it, especially against 12 personnel, that's where we struggled at against the Eagles. And when you running up against 12 personnel, you got to think about the matchups. The tight ends are just as big as these safeties. You know what I'm saying? The tight ends is just as big. So they like the matchup. You got 3 safeties in there. This is the best way I can show Cowboy Nation how ineffective the big nickel package is against the run. Think about Zeke Elliott running up against 3 safeties. Don't y'all like that matchup? Now, the only reason it's still surviving now, The only reason it still survived is because our safeties are some gangsters. We got some good safeties. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason it survives and still does well. And another reason is because most teams ain't gonna just dedicate to the run. They ain't smart enough to commit to the run on that type of level. Like everybody not patient enough to run like that. So that's one of the only reasons that the big nickel package is like, you know what I'm saying, still doing good, because most teams ain't just gonna run down our throat. But we know in the playoffs, it is teams that's gonna do it, like San Francisco, like the Eagles. It's teams that's still patient enough to run the ball down our throat with those three little safeties out there. And like, even though they gangsters, even though they good, even though we get the advantage, a great advantage in coverage, but if they run the ball, we getting washed out, man. I'm telling y'all right now. J-Ron Curse is big and tall, but he's got a small frame. Donovan Wilson got a small frame. You putting them against big tight ends, they getting washed out. You putting them against guards coming to the second level, they getting washed out. Especially, but like most offensive lines ain't just great. If you doing this against a good offensive line, you toast. If you doing this against an okay offensive line, you might be all right. You might be able to survive. But a good running team with a good O-line, you toast. So we're going to have to get up out of that. We're going to have to find a way to do something better than that big nickel package, especially on rundowns. Do not run the big nickel during rundowns. That would be my assessment for that. And you know we love Dan Quinn over here. It ain't many things you can critique on Dan Quinn, but man, we gonna need him to, know what I'm saying? We gonna need him to find another way. LVE and Anthony Barr have been playing terrible, so we gonna need them both to step up this game. You know what I'm saying? We need them both to step up. Cause they gonna have to tackle this boy Swift. They gonna have to tackle Jamal Williams. They gonna have to tackle them. And they gonna have to shoot these gaps. They gonna have to be right there for their run fits. Now, like I said, a lot of people was talking about Quimbo Hanna and Oso Digizua and Neville Gallimore and them. Like, the defensive tackle play was bad. But that ain't what I really seen on film. Like, they still was holding their grounds. The linebackers and stuff wasn't shooting the gaps. Know what I'm saying? The linebackers wasn't shooting the gaps. I'm not sure who Arizona play. Let me see. Mr. Derek Fisher. I don't know who played tonight. You talking about college, right? Oh, nah, you talking about Thursday night football. Who they got? New Orleans? You said you got 1,000 on Arizona? New Orleans one of them teams that always beat folks, bro. Like, you don't even be able to explain it. You don't even really be able to explain why New Orleans win. But they might not have that same, you know what I'm saying, that same juju without Sean Payton. So Arizona is the better team. Is Jameson, is Jay Boo playing? If Jay Boo playing, I don't know. Because he might come out with a fluke good game. Yeah, Sugar Daddy Wiz, like, the linebacking play has been bad, bro. Like, bad. And then, look, I showed y'all on the play. If y'all ain't seen it, go look at my film session, man. It was a play where they had Israel Mukuamu in the game. And them, man, the tight end blocked that boy like 20 yards down the field. And, like, when you see stuff like that, that ain't necessarily on the player. That's a clear, like, deficiency in the package. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't ask a small safety to be going up against a big tight end. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you tall, that don't mean you got the power to deal with a 6'5", 250, you know what I'm saying, tight end. Like, nah, that's a mismatch. That's a disadvantage. You automatically, from the packaging and the personnel, you automatically putting your defense in a disadvantage. Out the gate. And we love Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn has done nothing wrong for real. Like, I just want greatness. I want this defense to be the full potential. Know what I'm saying? So that's why, I don't want to wait till next year every year. Know what I'm saying? I want us to strike while the iron is hot. I want us to go get somebody. Know what I'm saying? I want us to capitalize on this great defense. Like, strengthen your strength. Go and get somebody to make this defense just unstoppable. Just make this defense a nightmare. Make them do like this again. I meant to do this one. Make them do this one. Make them say good grief when they see this defense, man. Because we right there. We right there. We real close. Like, this defense is no joke right now. But just imagine if he make these small little changes, they going to be unstoppable. It's going to be ridiculous. Like, it's going to be Doomsday 2.0 for real. Like, it's just some small changes. Like, if we was a little stronger at linebacker, if we was just a tad bit stronger at linebacker, I believe this defense is world class. Like, they gonna sing songs about them. they gonna write hymns about this defense. If you can get a better linebacker play, this defense gonna be no joke, and they already good. We can buy Sue too. See, like I said, I like the defensive tackles. I believe they doing just fine because the defensive tackle job ain't really to get pressure and stuff like that. Especially in the run game. You really don't want them to shoot the gaps all the time. But that's why I was getting back to the big nickel package, bro. Like, if you have inferior running back play, yeah, it's true vibe. They gonna sing hymns about this defense if we get some better linebacker play. But if you got inferior linebacker play, tell me what does that do to your defense? It puts a lot of stress on your defensive line to make those plays because they know if it get past them, they could be running 10, 15 yards. That put a lot of stress on your safeties. That's why you never want your safety to be leading the game in tackles. That's really not a good indication that your defense played well. Like, unless they tackles for loss, you know what I'm saying? That means he was playing super aggressive. Like, Malik Hooker was getting way too many tackles that game. He your free safety. Like, you don't want Malik Hooker making all those tackles. Like, your free supposed to be in coverage and being rangy. Now, he's supposed to come up and make tackles, but you don't want him getting 10 tackles a game. Like, that's not a good indicator that your defense playing well. Yeah, Devontae Fuller. We need to do something. We need to address the linebacker for sure. And like I said, be careful what you wish for, cause we all wanted Anthony Barr. I know I did. I ain't scared of being wrong. I wanted Anthony Barr, but I don't want it no more. like take that back. I hope they still got the receipt, cause he ain't been doing that either. I'm just being real with you. I hope they kept the receipt for Anthony Barr, cause he ain't doing too well out there, man. Like, being real, that boy getting blocked left and right, all down the field, like watched out of plays, like. So this ain't just the dog out LVE. Barr and LVE have been playing terrible. Just being real. Now, LVE been playing a little better than Barr, believe it or not. Like, Barr been that bad. Like, LVE just ain't been up to par. Like, and then his play been kind of roller coaster. Like, he been good sometimes and bad sometimes. Mostly Barr just been bad. Like, I'll just be real with you. Barr just been bad most of the time. Shout out Metrics. Shout out to JT, the pipe layer. I don't know if I seen you in here, my boy. Shout out to you. Your name is wild. Rated triple X, ain't you, my boy? But yeah, man. They bring Bob the edge and stuff, man. But like, is it worth him not being in coverage? Is it worth him not shooting the gaps? I don't like that. But I'm telling you right now, if them linebackers come out there playing like they played against Philly, we gonna be in trouble. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but the Lions' offense is for real. They can play. And like I said, they got shut out last week, but Swift went there. Know what I'm saying? I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like DeAndre Swift. I even like that tight end. I think his name TJ Hawkinson or something like that. I liked him coming out the draft. I want Dak to have one of those like special tight ends like that. Like, give Dak a Kelsey. Give Dak a killer, and I think he gonna just be unstoppable. Like, no lie. I think that's one of the biggest things Dak been missing his whole career. Like, Schultz is good, but I'm talking about like a consistent mismatch. Like, no matter what, whoever line up in front of Kelsey is a mismatch. Whoever line up in front of Kittle is a mismatch. Know what I'm saying? We don't have that luxury. Dalton Schultz is not a 100% mismatch every play like them guys. Know what I'm saying? I want one of them. That's why I wanted what's his name? The boy that went to the Falcons. That's why I wanted him so bad. I wanted him so bad because of that. What's the tight end name? Y'all help me out. The one that went to the Falcons last year. He was a top tight end. I wanted him so bad because I want to see Dak with one of them supreme tight ends. I think it's gonna be lights out. I think it's gonna be. I think he's gonna terrorize the league. Cause think about it, when Dak first got here, he had an older Jason Witten. Yeah, Kyle Pitts. Thank you. Think about this now. When Dak first got to the Cowboys, he had an older Jason Witten. Now we know Jason Witten like a GOAT, but he had an older Jason Witten when Dak first got here. He had an older Jason Witten and an older Dez. Know what I'm saying? Then you get Dalton Schultz that developed into a good player. Like, he hasn't had one of those players like far as a tight end go that you like, hey man, this dude is no joke. Like, I like Blake Jarman's skill set too, but he never lived up to what we wanted him to be. Know what I'm saying? Then his injuries got the best on him. So he never lived up to what we desired. Know what I'm saying? Out of Blake Jarman. Like, he had some good games. Dak made the best out of what he had from him, but we wanted Blake Jarman to be like, know what I'm saying, like a Jeremy Shockey, like a what his name, Tony Gonzalez or somebody. Cause he's a receiving tight end. That's what we wanted from Blake Jarman. But we didn't get it, unfortunately. But let me see. I went on a whole rant about how I want Dak to have a good tight end. Well, a special tight end. Cause he got good tight ends. I'm talking about a special one. Like, think about it when it's say you still believe in CD, he can't beat a number one cornerback. I don't think so. I mean, I believe CD fine, man. I believe CD fine. Don't be too critical on CD right now because he ain't been with Dak. That's what I feel like. I mean, it's simple. Dak gonna make a lot of people bet on this team. Why you think we ain't heard from Dalton Schultz all year? And you know Dalton Schultz, they was already writing them out. They was like, man, Dalton Schultz gonna have 100 catches this year. They was saying that all training camp because of Dak. So you know that Dalton Schultz can't wait to get Dak back. Micah Gallup can't wait to get Dak back. You know Micah Gallup and Dak got mad chemistry going on the deep ball. Like, they are good with the deep ball and those sideline catches. Like, Micah Gallup and Dak got a good chemistry. Know what I'm saying? Then you add the chemistry that him and Dalton Schultz got. That's two players that you're going to get way better production from. Guaranteed. Like, guaranteed. Quote me on that. Schultz and Micah Gallup production will go up. Now, it could be Micah Gallup kind of semi-struggling because, to be honest with y'all, I don't think he 100% healthy right now. I think he battling back. Like, I think he was ready to go, but I don't know. It might be mental. He still look a little clunky to me. Know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just my opinion. He still look a little clunky. He don't look like he trusts his body all the way yet. And he don't look like the Micah Gallup of old as of yet. Now, maybe he get back right this week. We don't know. It might be just because of Cooper. It could be, but I don't think he trusting his body 100% yet. Like, I believe he working it back. But you know, he did mention something like that, like how the mental battle of dealing with an injury. He even mentioned something like that. So he might be still struggling with that. But I believe his production will go through the roof, go up for sure with the return of young Ryan Dakota for sure. But what y'all think? He said, yeah, don't be too critical on CD right now. Know what I'm saying? Don't be too critical on nobody you seen for real. Yeah, James Washington coming back. Now, I like the James Washington skill set, but I just don't know. I don't know. We really still been kind of robbed of seeing this offense with Dak. We just seen that them 3 quarters. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know how good or bad we is for real yet. We seen Cooper was okay. He was able to stay alive. He kept the boat. You know what I'm saying? He kept the boat sailing. He kept the bus driving. But we don't really know what the potential of this offense is with this receiving core yet. We still don't know. So to be able to evaluate them, we got to see him with Dak first, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I believe we got to see him with Dak first. Because, like I said, this tight end, when you add an uptick in tight end play to this offense, who knows how good we'll be. This offense has been getting 0 tight end production, like, other than last game, I believe. Like, and I know Dalton Schultz has been a no-show. Dalton Schultz been getting nothing. Like, it's like Cooper Rush been beefing with Dalton Schultz, like, he gets nothing. And he been battling injury too, though, but Dalton Schultz been getting nothing, like 0. But I don't even want to talk too much about their defense, y'all. Like, their defense is terrible. Like, I might talk about it tomorrow or something, man, but their defense is horrid. It is horrible. Y'all Sugar Daddy with Dak, man. Y'all gonna see, man. People still want to question Dak, like, and shout out to West Coast Cowboy, man. He said Dak ain't got to prove nothing. Man, what I want to see from Dak is for him to come out and be very effective and efficient. That's what I want to see, an efficient Dak. I want to see play action, roll out. I want to see handing the ball off. I want to see him, like, effectively just win this game and show, like, you ain't got to show us that you a different level quarterback. Like, just be effective and efficient this game. Just come out here with, 20 for 26, 3-4 touchdowns. Like, because the running game been like that. Know what I'm saying? Like, the running game get you down there and Dak might throw a couple of little short touchdown passes or something. Like, I want to see Dak like 20 for 25, 20 for 26. Know what I'm saying? Something like that. I don't want to see him 30 for 56. Like, nah, we don't need that. Especially not your first game. Give him an extra week to heal without giving him an extra week to heal. Now, you can do both. Feed Zeke belly. That's what you can do. Know what I'm saying? And Dak will benefit from that. It'll be great for Dak. And for this team. Because this Detroit run defense is horrid. And I don't know how many bad words I can say about them boys. Like, they are terrible. It's just sad. I don't know how many bad words and big words I can say to describe this team on defense, but it's sad. All bad. Everything bad you can imagine, that's the Detroit Lions defense. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you can fathom, far as bad and being terrible, that's their defense. But Tabby Banks said, Kellen ain't running, man. Hey, you might be right. It's sad, bro. It's sad, but you might be right, man. I don't know what to say. You got a healing thumb quarterback. You know what I'm saying? First game back. All you really need to do is get them in rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Feed Zeke belly. That's all you got to do. In my opinion, just feed his belly. Let him eat. Let Tony come bust it over home run type vibes. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to get all this from your quarterback. But you know Kellen gonna want to show, hey, we're way better with Dak. We finna throw the ball all over the park today. Please don't do that, Kellen. Because if this passing game, man, ain't efficient, and that's what Kellen want to do, you got to think this is Dak's first game in like 5-6 weeks, bro. Like, if this passing game ain't up to par and efficient, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I think the Detroit Lions going to score some points. Their offense is good. Like, think about it. And then we've been struggling in stopping the run. Like, you best believe Swift might get at least one fluke run. Like, hopefully it ain't a touchdown. Hopefully it ain't too big. But they gonna get a decent run. They might get a little sneak, little fluke play. You know, most teams get at least 1 or 2 fluke plays against us. Excuse me. Every team that we done played basically got like 1 or 2 fluke plays against us every game. Know what I'm saying? So I believe they could put up some points, but I don't want our offense to be out there just trying stuff, man. Just run the ball, man. Them boys do not want to play defense. They do not. Let me interact with the chat just a bit. Somebody says, let me see. Sugar Daddy Williams said more than 30 passing attempts. You said 8 no. All right, 8 no more. No more, I guess. No more than 30 passing attempts. He been doing more than that with Cooper Rush. I'm telling you, he gonna piss us off. Kellen probably gonna piss us off, believe it or not. Like, bro, like, we might well get ready to be a little mad. Like, he probably piss us off, to be honest with you. He probably gonna throw the ball way more than he should. But hopefully he don't. Sugar Daddy's Tavis Banks said Sugar Daddy he did 38 with Cooper Rush like he elite. That's what I'm saying, man. He did too much. He did too much with Cooper Rush. So you know he gonna throw the ball with Dak. And what they gonna say is we trying to get Dak back into rhythm. Now a lot of these throws might be some little short, know what I'm saying, horizontal type plays just to get Dak back acclimated to the offense, but I don't want to see all that. Run the ball. Let Dak eat off play action. You know he's masterful off play action. If you know football, you know stats. Dak is one of the most dangerous quarterbacks off play action. Let him eat off play action. Run the football. If you run the ball on first down and get 5 yards, run the ball on second down, Mr. Kellen Moore. That's sad that you got to tell him that. Like, Kellen Moore, let me holler at you, my boy. If you are to run the football on first down and get a decent amount of yardage, what would behoove you to not attempt to run again? Why is it that when you get good production on the ground, you decide, screw it, I'm going to throw the ball? That boy Kellen Moore is crazy, man. Like, I still got faith in him. I believe Big Mike, you know, like I said, he grabbed him by his ear and drug him in the room to the drawing board. So I believe he'll be fine, man. But it's up to this offense. This game could go bad. No lie. This game could go bad if we come in here playing. If we come in here not tackling, if we come in here giving the ball away, if we come in here getting penalties every play, like, this offense is going to score. Roy Bell, I believe that could be the score right there. And if we get 31 points, I want to see Zeke with 130, 2 touchdowns. I want to see Tony with 10 carries for 115. Like, I want it to be all run, basically. Dak, like I said, I want Dak to be 20 for 26, 20 for 26, 250, and 2 touchdowns. That's all I need from Dak right now. And let him build back up, let him ramp up over the weeks. Derek Fisher says, Landlord from Alabama, how about OJ when healthy? OJ Howard. Yeah, I love OJ Howard, but he ain't never got a foul shot in the NFL for some reason. I don't know what it is. He was great at Bama, but I don't know why he can't get his foul shot in the NFL. Well, I do know. Gronk came back and just took that man's shine. I mean, he probably stole his confidence too. Because, you know, he was over there with Tampa Bay, and when Gronk came back, they just said, screw OJ Howard looked like. So, you know, he got put in a bad situation, looked like. You know Brady gonna ride with his guy. Roy Bell says, I do need CD. Get him a TD and a few catches for my fantasy team. Yeah. I think CD gonna be one of the most happy people in the building. OBJ. I believe they said OBJ signed to somebody, didn't it? Because I was kind of sad. I believe they said OBJ signed to somebody. Don't quote me on that. I don't know who it is. But I think they said OBJ signed to somebody. It could have been a fake account. I didn't check it. So let me know if I'm right or wrong. I think they said he signed with somebody. But Yeah, I believe the two happiest people that Dak is back. Nah, I believe everybody happy though, to be honest. I believe CD is ecstatic to have Dak back. I think Michael Gallup is ecstatic to have Dak back. I feel like what's his name? Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is very, very thrilled to have Dak back. Shout out to my Matt Robinson. How you doing? Um, yeah, man. He said, "Hey, are you really a landlord?" Nah, that's a I used to rap, so that's a rap name. That's a stage name, unfortunately. You know. I plan to be in the future. I plan to be. Um Said the defense is happy to have him back. Yeah. The defense been having a lot of pressure on them. And like before I wrap this up in a minute, man, I do want to let y'all see like the benefits to having Dak back. Like you gotta think on the it puts a lot of pressure on their defense and it relieves a lot of pressure off our defense. Our defense, I hope they don't relax too much though. Cause our defense was kind of timid. They like, man, we can't give up no points. Like they like we can't do nothing wrong or we probably lose this game. Our defense knew that. So now that you got Dak back, they know that okay, if we can play, we don't have to like be perfect. We can at least hold them down to 20. If we hold them to 20, we gonna get a dub. Dak gonna make sure we get at least 20 points. Yeah, I'm the landlord of the trap house, man. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why I'm the landlord at. But yeah, man. And when you got Dak back, it does change the how can I say this? It changes the mentality of the other team too. Cause you gotta think, you putting pressure on the other team offense too. Like, I ain't saying Dak the best quarterback in the league, but you putting pressure on the other offense. Cause think about it, when they going up against Cooper Rush, they like, we ain't gotta score that much. And we can still beat this team. We ain't gotta do nothing risky. We ain't gotta do nothing dramatic for real. Because we going up against offense who can't really score. When you go up against Dak Prescott, you looking at it like, hey, we might have to score some points because this offense is still good. They can score. So that's going to change your whole mentality of your opponent on offense as well. Shout out to Lord King, man. What's going on? Shout out to Roy Bill. Shout out to Matt. I don't know if I spoke to y'all. Shout out to Teflon Breed, man. What's going on? We in here. But that's a big benefit that people don't understand. Like, it's not just a benefit on the offensive side. It's a benefit for the whole team, for the whole mindset of your opponent. Think about it. If we going into a game against who is the trashiest quarterback in the league right now? Let's think about it. Who is the worst? The first name I see, that's who I'm gonna use for this example. Who is the worst quarterback in the league right now? That's starting, I guess. The first name I see, that's who I'm gonna use for the analogy. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Ain't nobody said that yet. Who the worst quarterback? Justin Fields. Okay. When you go up against Justin Fields, think about this. How much pressure is he putting on you? Like on your offense to score. He's not putting much pressure on you at all. You looking at it like, man, it's Justin Fields over there. As long as we play smart football and don't make no mistakes, we good. That's your mentality coming into the game. Now think about this. That's the difference between a mediocre quarterback and a real quarterback. Think about that. That changes the mentality of your whole offensive game plan. When you go up against Justin Fields, you like, man, as long as we play smart football, don't turn the ball over, run the ball, get a couple field goals, we win. Okay, chill out there, Fish. He said Cooper Rush. But look, when you go up against somebody like who? Patrick Mahomes? When you go up against somebody like Lamar Jackson, somebody who can put up points, your whole mentality change. You go up into that game like, man, it's 4th and 4 from the end zone, man. This is Patrick Mahomes. We might need to go for this. This is Lamar Jackson. We might need to go for this. Like it puts stress on the offense to score too. It puts stress on the other offense and it puts stress on the defense as well. Like people don't understand. It's a lot of stuff that football is very like, depending upon your mentality too, man, it's a lot of stuff that goes into play. When you look over across that field and see somebody who can put up points, your offensive coordinator like, man, we got to score this game. Know what I'm saying? It changes your whole mentality. It changes your play calling. It changes the way your defense approaching it. Like, it's a lot of stuff it's a lot of benefits to having your quarterback back, man. Like, and then we ain't even mentioned on the offensive end, like, the DBs been playing close up and they ain't getting no deep threats. The DBs we been playing, man, them boys ain't threatened by no Cooper Rush going deep on them. Think about that. What they threatened by that for? Know what I'm saying? That they don't have no fear in their heart that Cooper Rush finna beat them deep. So they don't respect it. Then our receivers like kind of improving to a certain degree, so they're not afraid of no deep passes at all. When that get in there, they're gonna be like, man, he might go deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have to. It changes the whole mentality of the defense and the offense. It is vital to have a decent quarterback. Like, it does a lot for your team, man. A whole lot. But let me see. Our upcoming opponents are bummed out. Dak is back. I bet you that. Yeah, I don't want to overlook nobody though, but we got to take everybody serious, man. We third in the NFC East. We can't be playing like we're not at the top no more. So we got to keep up. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep up. We can't just let them just, you know what I'm saying? We can't be letting no game slip at this point. We need all of them. We need all of them. But Derek Fisher said Fields is not bad. It's the Bears. I don't know. Like, I seen one game. That boy had like 10. He got sacked like 10 times, I believe. Like, I don't know. He pretty bad. Like, if you getting sacked 10 times, that's not all offensive line fault. I'm sorry. Like, that's you holding the ball too. That's you making bad decisions, running into sacks. Like, nah, no starting NFL quarterback should get sacked 10 times, in my opinion. Like, no. Your offensive line ain't that terrible, bro. Like, I just don't see your offensive line being that bad. Like, nah. But yeah, man, I believe this gonna be a tricky game to believe it or not, man, because Detroit can score. They got Jared Goff been playing decent football. They got a couple weapons that can cause us problems. And the run game is for real. DeAndre Swift can wreck a game. Jamal Williams can do some damage as well. Who else? I like they tight end. I'm just going over a summary before I wrap it up. I like they tight end, Hawkinson, I believe his name is, 8'8". He moved pretty well. He got a lot of size on him. He can bust that seam too, man. Like, I kind of like the weapons that they have. So do not sleep on this team. Do not go in here with a whole lot of confidence just thinking it's going to be an easy dub. Like, we need to take everybody serious. Everybody gets the same level of energy and intensity. You know what I'm saying? We need to go in here and whoop on that tail now. We need to go in here, you know what I'm saying, motivated. We ready to smack them boys, man. I do not want to come in here flat. Do not play to the level of your competition. Go in there and smack them boys. You know what I'm saying? Go in there 100%. You know what I'm saying? Never underestimate your opponent, because, you know what I'm saying, that's how you get locked. That's how you catch that L. That's how you get caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? Never ever underestimate your opponent. You know what I'm saying? Because if your opponent is up to par, you'll be ready. If your opponent is not up to par, you're going to beat them to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So that's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? Never ever underestimate your opponent. So let me give some shout outs on the way out. I appreciate everybody coming by. You know what I'm saying? Pulling up, coming through, stopping by, hollering at your boy, Mr. Landlord. You understand? Alright, if I missed to say something, we got Derek Fisher in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to Roy Bell. Shout out to Lord King. Shout out to Teflon Breeze. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to who else? Everybody in the building. I ain't seen nobody else. Let me see. Shout out to Tavis Banks, Sugar Daddy Williams, Metris. Shout out to Jameson Taylor. Shout out to JT the Pipe List. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Larry Lynch. You know what I'm saying? We in here, man. We need to catch this dub this week, man. Get back on track. We took a L to the filthy Philadelphia Eagles. It was a self-inflicted L. So I know my team want to make up for that, man. So we back in here. We finna do it. We finna act a fool at home with 4 back. You know what I'm saying? Check out the shirt. This was for Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? Check me out. NFL Jam. We got CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. We back in the building. We finna act a fool. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Please like and share the content. It goes a long way, man. I really don't want to hound y'all on that, man. But please help the channel grow. Support the channel, man. I appreciate everybody. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go. Let's get this dub. Yeah. Let's get this dub. Yeah.